that's happening today. And I'm just going to listen for a little while we look at some rocks. And yeah, hi there, Opal guy. I see you in the chat over there too. If anything exciting happens that I don't hear, hopefully nothing exciting happens. But if for some reason it does happen and I don't catch it, will you put something in the chat for us to see? Yeah, so I'm excited. It's about time we put people out there again. I know they're not landing, they're just going and doing a big loop and coming back, but still, that's cheers to that. I have just a bunch of rocks. We didn't look at these last week, did we? What did we do last week? Hello, Brenda. Hello there, Troy. Joseph's here too. I didn't see him sneak in, is he? And Rufo's here. Oh my goodness. Everybody's hanging out. Hey, Candy. Hi. Let me make sure I've got everything for all messages. There we go. Yeah, actually, I think it's really interesting, that like there are people who remember. I don't certainly, but there are people who remember the last time people went to the moon. I mean, obviously, but to what a neat thing to be alive to see it both, like the last time and the first time. That's cool. Did we look at polished rocks last week? We didn't, did we? We talked about, what did we do last week? Anybody remember? Oh, yeah, we talked about what I've been doing there. Let me make sure I didn't show these. No, we talked about Josh's Thunder Eggs, some cactus juice stuff. Oh, yeah, we looked at these a little bit, but they were just going in the tumbler. Perfect. Okay. Great. Okay. Now let me come back to today's live. Okay. And since Brenda's here too, some of this was from not this bag, but the next bag we're gonna look at was from No Jazz Jerry and from Ryan and Jahik. This is stuff that we had around the house already. The April Fools was me. I'm sorry, okay. That's not funny. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Let's look at rocks. Welcome, everyone, by the way. Did I miss anybody? I don't think so. I think I said hi to everybody I see so far. So, I've had the room available again to do tumbling in because it's noisy and I just go in there, I put it in there and shut the door and I can't even hear it out in the rest of the house. I can a little bit at night when I go to bed, but like I say, I kind of don't mind it. It sounds like Karen and I were talking about it, kind of sounds like waterfalls or water or something. So I put some of this, is it tree agate? I don't remember. It's something that we purchased. Check out that little bot pocket, little druzy pocket. Another one back here, all kinds of sparkly. This one's just beautiful, lacy. Put some of that in here, whatever it is. I think it's tree agate. There's another little druzy pocket. I'm going to put these where? Over here for now, and then sooner or later the tides will shift and we'll have to dump out the rest of the bag and start putting them back in. Glass. Sometimes I'll put glass in my tumbler. I don't know if that's just a little blemish in the glass or if it was thinking about breaking right there or if it just got scratched. I don't know, but piece of glass. Sometimes it's UV. I don't know if that is or not, or if I just happened to grab it sitting there. The little guys, it's important to have the little guys in there to help get in all the little nooks and crannies. So some of these aren't necessarily in there because I thought that they'd be wonderful. Some of them are just in there because you need, you know, the right ratio of big rocks to little rocks. And then a lot of these are just cherts and things that I've found out here on the prairie. There's a petwood. I think it's a petwood anyway. Maybe it's a petwood. Hmm. I'm trying to just like we're on the cherts and stuff that I find out here, so we'll kind of keep after those for a minute. Hey there, Fred. Just one more rock. Just one more. Just one more. I don't think that's mine. I think that might have come with, oh, some of that. This I didn't find either. This is something shirt we bought. Um, there's a nice little green one. Sometimes I find little robin egg green and blue pieces. Not very often. What I do find a lot of are the feldspars. Are they boarding? Oh, they are they? Erd McGird, how exciting! How long do these take? Okay, so right, we were looking at these ones as they were almost done. They were on stage 2 last week on Wednesday. There's our flash. There's the feldspar flash. Um this I think is Brian and Julie's stuff. I know this is this? It might be. Um so it kind of depends, like how fussy are you about it? This I is Montana agate, but I didn't find it out here. So these I run, and I'll get the paper and we can talk about it. I run 3 different stage grits. I found these out here, little tiny pet wood and a thing. So a coarse grit for at least 24 hours, and I take them out and look at them, and like if they're still really not smooth enough, I'll put them back in for another 24 hours. And then a medium grit, and I run that for 24 hours. Unless it looks like it just didn't do good and it needs another 24 hours. And then a fine cerium oxide for 24 hours. Again, sometimes repeat that if needed. So it can be as short as 3 days or about 3 days um, from start to finish to do a load of rocks in the shaker tumbler. And and yeah, that not counting, how long it takes to cut them and or gather them or yeah, you guys know. So this is a chert that isn't I don't think it's local to here, but I find it on my railroad tracks. Kind of a fun one. There's an agate that I like coveted and cherished for like a long time. I was like, "Oh, I love the colors in that." And I just finally decided to tumble it. Joseph cut a bunch of these and we all know how much fun the hard agates are to polish, so we tossed them in. What? Oh, I don't have a problem feeding it because I have material for days. I have material out my ears between my own stuff and stuff that we've bought or got given to us or this is I think the railroad shirt again. So I don't have a problem feeding the tumblers that I have. Uh, it's just that if you're gonna run that fast, you're a slave to it. Literally every 24 hours, I spend an hour in my kitchen scrubbing. Here's the other half of that agate. Scrubbing rocks and moving them over to the next grit, right? So you do spend a lot of time switching rocks this way where the ones in like a rotary tumbler where you change it once a week or about there. Little pet woods I found out here. I've got plenty of little pet woods. I can always throw those in to kind of help fill the tumbler. Stuff I find out here. Um, this I actually found out here. This is a fun one. That's kind of a fun one. Is there friends in there? Is that a friend? Or is it my imagination? I like the yellow ones. Although that black and white is not shabby either, you know? Just kind of a plain creamy one. And some more feldspar. Let's see if we can get flashed. And not polish flashed either, but flashed. There's a little bit right there. Yeah. Just a minute while I put these other ones we've already looked at back into this bag. Hey there, Scott. Welcome. All right, just a second. Almost done. I'm almost done. Okie dokie. Let's just grab out the pet woods real quick. 'Cause I see a couple of those. Oh, come back. There we go. Is that one? Yes, it is. Really pretty ones. Ooh, look at that one. Yay, Lurker Troy. Hey there, Megs. Let's look at this one. Love that brecciated look in there. That's pretty. Oops, let's not be throwing them around. Brenda. Yeah, why not tumble them? Resort. I mean, I guess I have a few that like have really interesting surface details, like little fossils or something on the surface that I'm not willing to part with. But for the most part, eh, why not? That's kind of cool. Sometimes you can see better the things that you couldn't see before. Like there's texture in there, you know? Stuff kind of happening. Hey there, Ryan. Here's some more glass. That one probably is UV reactive. Some more of these agates. What's going on Artemis? They're just chilling. They get them all loaded on and now they're just chilling. Not quite, Megs. We'll look at that next. This one I finished right before I started that one. So we looked at these, but they were like midway through last week. So I finished these and like we're almost done looking at them. There's just a couple more here. And then I started the next batch, which was part of Joseph's 100 cabs on 100 grit. Like I say, I don't know if he actually did 100 cabs. We didn't count, but he might have pre-shaped a whole bunch of cabs and we put them in the tumbler. Well, it wasn't enough quite to fill the tumbler, which goodness gracious, could anybody ever like really? Why? Why would you do that to you? There might be some little friends in that. Maybe not. A little pet wood. Yeah, anyway, just some littles that went in. And then, like I say, I got a couple more big ones over here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Way to go, Lava. Oh my goodness, Brenda. Yeah, no kidding. You did have an eventful morning. This is AZRE stuff for sure. It is pretty neat, yeah. Yeah, so that was one bag and actually probably a little lightly loaded. Probably honestly should have had my tumbler a little fuller, but it's all right. Where I thought I brought the other ones in here. Let me have a drink of coffee and watch the Artemis for a second. Mm. All right. And then these came out last night of the tumbler. So this is either a piece of, like, let me grab some of that first. I got a weird, like big square or rectangle pieces of stuff that, what did it say, made in Pakistan or something like that. And they were like wrapped up in old newspaper and, you know, like just kind of weird. Anyway, we cut a bunch of that and then I cut it down into just other little shapes. So there's a bunch of that like just mixed in throughout this tumble batch. Oh, see, yeah. Anyway, this is softer material. You can see how rounded out the edges got in this batch. And it didn't get like polishy polish like a shirt or something does, right? But it's kind of uh got like a what my feldspars do in some spots. So is it like a calcite or something? Like, look at that one. Oh, how do you get flashed like I do with my eye? There's some of it. Like it's kind of got a little bit of a schiller to it. Anyway, I like them. They're cool. Yeah, it's just there you can kind of see it. Is it a calcite onyx? I don't know. I don't know. But I have a crap load of that in here. Like I say, that'll be mixed in this batch. And then, as mentioned, the chert that I picked up out of the campground just near Brian and Julie's house. So that was horrible. That was such a trap. And I mean that, in the nicest, most caring way ever. Like, um, except for this one. I found this one in a parking lot in like one of my first stops in Arizona. So nothing special, but it was like the only rock that was like, well, I'll go polish it, I guess. So nothing special there, but the rest of this is shirt that I picked up out of the campground, if you can call it that. It's a place that they actually, Brian and Julie, like to go rock hounding. And so the reason why that was like such a thing is because like when we pulled in, it was dark and we went to bed. But when we woke up in the morning, I was like eyes on the ground. Like I couldn't even function. Like I helped Joseph pack up the camper and the things a little bit, and like I couldn't even properly drink my coffee that morning. I was just like out of the camper, eyes on the dirt. And then like I started finding these super cute little shirts, and I did that thing that I do where I fill my shirt instead of get a bag like a grown up or something. And I came back to the camper with my shirt absolutely plumb full of rocks, and Joseph got me a little bag. Look, there's something in there, a little friend or something in there. Oh my God, I love this stuff. How could I not? Like, seriously, I woke up, even though I had just been in Tucson, shopping in Tucson for how many days? I woke up, stepped out of my camper, and was like, oh my God, look at all this pretty shirt. I'm listening to Artemis for just a second. Right on. Yeah, so anyway, I filled my shirt. I came back to the camper and dumped my shirt into a bag and then went and did the same stinking thing again. I tried to take my coffee with me at least the when I went out and filled my shirt again, and I still like didn't remember to drink it. I still just like carried it along with me and picked up rocks. So I picked up some of this red out of out of there too. And some of it's redder than others, and some of it might have a little bit of like iron in it that turned out kind of pretty. Look at that. Look, guys, I couldn't stop myself. So yeah, while it was like super cool that they were like, you know where you should park your camper. Oh my God, I woke up in the morning and was like, I'm gonna take a whole like 10 pounds of shirt out of their part out of the lot here. So cool. I'll set that one aside. Okay, so this was just one random grab. So now we're gonna start seeing some of these cabochons. Look, this one looks like a freaking Easter egg. Look at the shine we got on that bad boy. Oops, it's so slickery. That's so pretty. So Brenda, this is either I actually think this is probably one that I got um from Jerry. Is this some of that Mexican stuff that Jerry sent us maybe? Um, right, Megs? I love chert. It's cool. It really is cool. It's it's Jasper. It's all of those things that we like. It's just we give it a little different name. So, um, I think that so these all of these these cabs. Gosh Almighty! Oh, the light is lighting that up. Do you guys see that? You do. You do see that. What the hell is that? What is that? What the crap? Look at it just light up in there like lightning. What is that? Oh my God. What the what the heck? What the heck? I don't know. Resort? Wow, that's so super cool. Whoa. Okay. So those all of this stuff either came from um Jerry or from Ryan and Jahik. Otherwise, all of the chert and the one little piece of broken glass that's in there somewhere came from the parking lot in Arizona or the campground or whatever you want to call it. The rock spot. Get crazy. Hey there, Josh. We're looking at. I collected these shirts up. If you, I don't know how long you've been lurking or any if you know, um, out of when we were on our way home from Tucson, AZRE suggested we stop at this rock spot to park our camper for the night. And when I woke up in the morning, I filled my shirt twice with these. Like I say, some of these are redder than others. This one's really cool. Cool lightning straight through it. And then a couple more. Oh, there's one more shirt. He's cool. We'll stick him aside too. And then when I was cleaning this one off last night, I kept trying to wipe that off, and then I realized it's like a thing in there. Who's lurking around out there? All right. People driving real slow past my house and stuff. Neighbors' dogs barking. There's things happening in the neighborhood. Here's another piece of that. This one actually did really well until it went to the little polish, and then it Woohoo! Kind of disappeared right there. Again, though, you can kind of see like the minerally flash in that. I'll put one of those over there too. Hmm. Oh boy. From the AZRE. From the AZRE. It's got stuff going on. Looks like a face. Oh, I was like, what in the heck are you guys talking about? It's Artemis related. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, look at these. They're great, aren't they? Put that one on there. You know what? That one too. I love the yellow. I really, really do. I don't hate that like just creamy color either, though. It's pretty in its own way. There's a pink and a white. Oh, slippery little son of a gun. And then we're left with all these little cabochons. Let's start with the wonky one. Ooh, they're gonna close the side hatch. Ooh, there's a little like type band in there. Yeah, thanks. Okay. That one looks like a planetary. I like the green and the gray. I like it all. The orange. That's right like a galaxy, Brenda, right? Yes, I do sonic clean them between stages. Yes, to get the grit out of the vugs and the cracks, because you'll think you've got them clean, like you'll visually think you've got them clean, and then drop them in, and you'll see stuff float out of the little vugs and holes that um that you didn't even couldn't even see. So, dude, that's so cool. I love the little white in this too. Little splotches of it. Another one just like the other one. Hey there, Lonnie D. looks like there's a hair on there, but it's the cab. I don't think it's even a crack. I think it's like in the cab. Love that. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Yep. It does make this one feel cozy, doesn't it? They are playing whack-a-bot and whack-a-mole over there like cray-cray right now. The mods over there are just modding it up over there with that many viewers on the channel. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we had a just like a night where we sat here, Lava and I, and just drew shapes on cabs, and then he cut and cut and cut and cut and cut, and then took those and shaped them 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 some more, and then we tossed them all in the tumbler. And like I say, it didn't quite fill the tumbler. Dang it, that's pretty. It didn't quite fill the tumbler. So we threw in a bunch of this chert. I still have a bunch left too. Oh, look at that one. Ooh, I get a little excited when they just say that the 4 crew members are on board. Yeet the rocket. I mean, I think it's fair to say the whole world's watching, aren't they? Maybe not. That's cool. Oops, don't put it back in the bag. Put it over in the other pile. Rufo. You're not wrong though. Let's see that one. Oh, look at that one. That one's one of my favorites. I can't even say why. Like the pale pink color, the glossy polish, like oh my goodness, yes. What's that? That's cool. A little bot pocket. Wow, it's pretty. Pretty pretty. And we're left with the cabochons. Wow. cool too. I like that. Look at that plume in there. I like this one. I like the green in it. Right, Rufo? That's super cool. Oh, look at that. Wow, that's a bit much, maybe. Yeah, talked about if I wore all of my jewelry, I'd look like a gypsy, but whoa, cabochon covered wedding dresses, huh? Is another piece of that. Right? Oh, see, see what I mean? Some of this stuff from AZ that is like the red color. Some of it turned out a lot better than others. Like that one turned out a little rough still. He didn't really take to the polish very nicely. And that one turned out just kind of like blah, kind of flat and blah. But that one's real pretty. Put that one there. And this one's got a great little bot pocket in it. Pretty stinking cool. Mm. Oh my goodness. Is there a little friend in there? One. Does that age me? No, I think that's cool. Oh, look at that one. That's cool. Wow, the trees. And then the plumes. Oh my goodness. I don't know. How do you hold it? How do you look at it? Wow. This might have been, Lava might have snuck some stuff in from his mom's Arizona stuff from last year. That might have been it. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, that was actually kind of tricky. Lava had grabbed some, he said great shapes for anybody who's lurking and not reading the chat. Lava grabbed some a stencil, template stencil thing, and got started on just like I say, tracing shapes out on slabs. And he voiced his frustration that like why is it just it's so limited. It's so limited to just these shapes and you know, I don't know if this is really what my heart desires. I kind of prefer it to be a little more free form and um kind of that I mean he was calm, cool and collected about it, but I could kind of got that frustration out of him. And I told him I was like you're actually not really limited to the shapes that are here. Like for example, um you know, a shape like this or a shape like this is sure it's a square and a triangle. You know, you've just added mixed the two shapes together. Um, you know, yeah, it's a square, it's just or two triangles, you know, elongated and met, you know. So um we definitely started playing with more random, you know, like mixing it up a little bit and stuff. Again, not quite square, a little more elongated, you know, kind of random. But no problem with also doing those, you know, standard ovals, circles, squares either, you know, because they actually do, you know, like I say, you start to mix like a circle on the bottom and an oval on the top, gets you kind of a more teardrop shape, you know. So um you're not just limited to the shapes on your stencils by any means, even if that's just where you're getting started from. It does help. Here's that little piece of glass. A little green piece of glass I found in the Arizona. And then more church, more beautiful, beautiful church. Anyway, when I realized what a mountain he was facing when he was like, I'm gonna do all of these slabs that Jerry sent, and I'm gonna do all of the slabs that Ryan and Jahik sent. I was like, oh my gosh, you're gonna be here for hours. Like, and hey there, Brian. And I could understand why you're kind of getting burned out on ovals and squares and circles at this point in time. Like, so I stepped in and helped. And again, some of the reds are more punchier out of that Arizona parking lot stuff. And some of them are just a little more dull. Oh, it's not red at all, though, is it? I might have to sneeze. Woohoo! I did have to sneeze. Oh, I guess I'm putting those over there. That's fine. Yeah, these are all the little holes in that. They're kind of soft. I kind of like that one. Put it over there. Oh. And then, so like I say, I kind of stepped in and was ready to help Lava after I realized what a monumental challenge he was facing. And I went to the kitchen silverware drawer and pulled out some butter knives and spoons, and I kind of liked the shape of the handles on some of the spoons and stuff. Um, so I was using some of those as cabochon templates as well, which turned out just beyond cool. Just beyond pretty. Look at that. In fact, I like these so much, I'll probably do some more of that. Thanks, Betty. Yeah, who'd have thought using the handle of your spoon would make such a pretty thing, you know? And then I think honestly this was just the two ovals and I connected them to make a longer. I don't know that that was actually a silverware piece, but oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll be doing that again. I like that. Do you? That's funny. Yeah, that one turned out stunning too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then here's what's left. Woo! Getting excited. They're gonna yeet the rocket for science. Sorry, I know it's noisy. That is dino bone. That turkey, why would you do that? Why would you snack a dino bone into the tumble? No, 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 no. Oh, Lordy. I don't know if that's petwood. I don't think it is, but that's a chert from AZ. Ooh, that one's cool. Cool. Mm, I like them. I like that one a lot. Almost looks like a Idaho. That's crazy. Little bands in that one. Oh, the yellow. Like I say, I so love the yellow. I was joking one time. I had, and seriously, I was joking, but I had somebody convinced that it's this yellow chert that they named the Yellowstone River after. I'm like, oh, it's not gold, not gold at all. It's the yellow chert they find. They were like, really? I was like, no. That's cool. Look at that yellow green down into the peach, and that's cool. I'm gonna put that in the pile. Look at that. Oh my goodness sakes. What? They're having a festival in Romania? Oh, cool. Right on, Addie. And we're launching the Artemis. I mean, everybody's got stuff going on. How exciting is today? What a wonderful day to be today. Look at that little cutie patootie. I have talents. So, Brian. So do I. That's cute. A little green and red. Put him over there. It's pretty. There's a lot that look like that over there already. That's cool. Ooh, my belly's growling. Oh, we almost got it. Oh, look, I've been kind of like avoiding that one. That one's one of my favorites so far. This is one heck of a pretty piece of shirt. Thank you, Brian and Julie. Thank you for suggesting we stay there. Oh, I pick a favorite usually out of each load of tumbles that I do, like just a. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes I have to pick two, or sometimes I pull out of my special rocks and intentionally load those, and then I'll keep those two. But I think that's gonna be the one that I keep out of that load, and then just a couple more littles. Fun. Those are fun. Okay, which leaves us with the cabochons. That one kind of undercut or overcut or something because it got a little wonky. It's still pretty cool though. It, look at that little pop in there. That's cool. Wow. Wow. Or that one. I think I have a little OCD about packing rocks. Do you know? Do you think? I remember this one came from Jahik and Ryan. So cool, aren't they? And then, like I say, I think that um, this might have been stuff that Carlo got when she was in Arizona that got snuck in the mix. Might have been. I can't say that for sure. I love this. This is so cool. Yeah, lace, crazy lace. Yeah. Let's see this one next. Sure. Oopsies. Come on. Mhm. Look at that little cutie. Sounds weird and awesome. I like that little cutie. Oh, you cute little cutie, you. And then these two are obviously cut out of the same piece, huh? Somehow. It's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I like the little square one too, Cynthia. Mm, look, this is doing that weird thing again. The lightning thing. Where's that? There it is. Oh, down here too. Look at it. What the crap is that? Oh my god. Oh my. Oh my goodness. These are just way too cool. Way too cool. Okay. Wow. I got lost for a minute there. This one's fun. This one is the leopard jasper that we had here. This wasn't a one of the boys' boxes stuff. The weather's starting to act up here too, Troy. But I've heard some wind on the Artemis live thing. I've heard a little wind on one of their cameras. So hopefully they don't they don't cancel it. There was another line that made the back side of this cabochon be a triangle too, but it was like right on the edge. So I couldn't catch it on both sides, but I could catch it on this side. The whole triangle. And then of course I'm a sucker for anything with little circles and eyes in it. Big time love anything with little circles and eyes. So wow. Oh my gosh. Three left. There's three left. Let's look at this one. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. I said, look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Sorry. Sorry. Oh my goodness. That's too cool, isn't it? Last one. Stupid cool. Oh. Oh my goodness. Whew. Whoa. That's so many rocks. No, there's a reason why they're not launching from Montana. That's for sure, Ryan. And yeah, big thank you to Ryan and Jahik for donating some of that to the channel and um really only did one of those, huh? Why not do two? Sorry. Rutting around. They're the same. They're the same. They're the same. Okay. Hatch closer prep. Yeet the rocket. Oh, let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to make a little auction pile or a little giveaway thing. I'm trying to decide what I want to do here. Okay, I'm feeling a little better about that now. Okay. What nuts day today? What nuts day today? rushed over when I heard whoa. Right, Ryan? I won't say no. We've had a lot of fun in that box. Oh, let's not throw them around. And like certainly there's a whole bunch more fun to be had out of, like I say, we have a lot of stuff, a lot of material. Let's see. Okay, let me refill up my cup up. Me? Maybe? I don't know. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I need more coffee. Okay. Yay! Yay, Opal guy. All right. So I got a handful of the AZ stuff that I picked up. I try to get a little good assortment of, like there's some purple in there, there's some pink in there, there's yellow, there's white, there's red, there's, uh, grays. I got a couple pieces of that I'll put in there. Bag's getting full. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cabochons. One with the zippy little mark in it. The blue. All right. I need coffee too, says Meg. Um, there's still some room in that bag. Let's put a gray one in there. Oh, there. Now it's full. Now it's full. Let's see, what's shipping on that cost? What's regular shipping cost to nowadays? Like $10? Like 10? $10 is where shipping starts? 15? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone been shipping stuff lately? If I stick that in a bubble mailer, yeah, around 12. So, let's just start at 12. I'm gonna run, let's see, it's 2 o'clock. On the nose. Um, let's do a 2-minute auction. We'll start at 12. Oh, it just ticked over to, so we'll make it 2 minutes starting now. But go ahead, and if you guys want to bid on that, AZ shirts, and what was there, like 5 cabochons and 2 pieces of that like onyx stuff? If not, I'll keep it and do something else with it. But if you guys have been here the whole time that I've been here. You looked at lots of rocks. If you'd like, now's an opportunity to grab a little go bag of that. Ryan will make a bid at 12. Is that what that is? I don't know what the little table in the A means. Okay, yep, Ryan's in at 12, and we're a minute in. And a little more than a minute in. Ryan's gonna take it for 12 bucks at going once, at going twice. Waiting on payday, says Lurker Troy. Well, the good news is that I have still a huge bag of this stuff. But the bad news is that when we pick it apart piece by piece, I'm probably going to charge more than 12 bucks for a couple of those. So, good news is if you're here, you get an opportunity. If you if you want to make a bid, Troy, and I'll wait till payday, that's fine with me too. But yeah, I'm going to call it in just a few seconds here. Going once, Ryan for 12. Going twice, Ryan for 12. Going thrice, Ryan for 12. Sold to Ryan for 12 bucks. Yeah, yeah. Just as long as we got the shipping covered. I like that actually. Oh, I do need your new address, Ryan. Yes, if you don't mind getting that to me, that would be super handy. Um, I like actually that it went to Ryan because, he had a lot to do with a lot of that material in there. So yeah, thanks, Ryan. And then yeah, whenever. I'm not in a hurry for payments and stuff. We just like I say, we just want to cover the shipping on that really more than anything. Mm. Sipping my coffees. I don't like you. So I cut that dino bone. Boy, did it turn out pretty. Oh my God, is that not pretty or what? Who don't like good Dinobone? If you don't like good Dinobone, I'm not sure we can be friends. And that one is good. Look at that. I mean, I like the pale, like almost blue gray down in that end, but holy smokes, it wakes up there, doesn't it? Do you, Ryan? I kind of do too. In fact, I wasn't really gonna say it out loud, but since you say you feel like an old dino bone today, like I see a lot of the chat in whatever this, Artemis Launch channel that I'm watching, and they're like, "These guys are old," and I'm like, "Hey, hey, 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 now, hey, now." I happen to not think that they're a bunch of old guys, actually. Like, aren't they about the right age to be getting launched to the moon? I mean, want to send a bunch of amateurs up there, do we? Oh my gosh, this turned out so nice. I'm so glad that I learned the how to glue it down trick while I was in Arizona and was able to get, look at the orange in that, and was able to get some really nice slices out of this Dynabone because of that trick I learned. Well, at the mansion this year. And then here's the ender. Not as old as the moon, that's true. That's true. And then I think it's weird that the astronaut from Canada's name is Jeremy Hansen because literally in this teeny tiny town population like 200 there are two Jason Hansons and one of them's from Canada and I'm like what is it with like is like everybody from Canada named Hansen? Is that like a really popular name up in Canada? Oh, okay, so excuse me, I got brave and decided to cut that really beautiful dino bone. But I've honestly sat here for far too many hours pondering over this next piece. These next pieces, I should say. Big sigh. Big sigh. Cause I don't want to screw this up. Anybody want to just like throw down in the chat why I'm excited about this? Anybody know why? What, why? Mm. Coffee is amazing. Hey there. Glad you're here. Good to see you, soul. Bear knows what it is, and so he told everybody. Just kidding, Bear. Uh, and Lurker Troy is lurking, so he can't honestly make a judgment because he needs to keep his eyes on the road. This piece here doesn't have as much going on, and I don't know if wetting it really helped. Oh, that's interesting. We've talked about totally rebuilding my big machine in the back hall too, or at least getting a new set of wheels on it. Yeah, this one less. Oh, I see some down in there. Oh, they're getting all like philosophical in their speeches up in there now. I can't say I blame them, but this one actually has really good color. Let's see, it's not too hard to see when you get it set just right. I'm looking with my eye, but in all reality, I need to be looking with the camera. Right there. There's a bunch of confetti. Here, down here, up here, up here. Yeah, moonstone, labradite, feldspar. What do you want to call it? This is confetti sunstone though. And yeah, if you get it just right, you can really see the confetti in there. Look at it all. So yeah, I've been at a standstill though, like I don't want to cut it not right and not get good confetti out of it. I want to cut it the right way, and then, but I'm worried if I do that, that it's gonna explode into a bunch of little pieces, which I could get over, honestly. So I don't know what I'm so afraid of and why I don't just do it. You can see the confetti in this one really good up here on this end. Let's see. Am I psyching myself out? Well, how would you cut it? Got the confetti in there. See, and that's another thing is it's not always the same direction. Like this little ender piece has got some good confetti in it at what direction? There's a piece, but it's not quite the same direction as this down here. Holy shoot, that's got good. And then there's another, like there's some in here. Holy crap. I can't get it to flash. I can see it in there though. And then there was like a whole long piece of sugar, like right where I just saw it before I threw it, like right there. Look at that long piece of confetti there. It is hard on the camera. And then I have there's a clamp on my phone which blocks out exactly the middle of the screen. So I tend to focus on this side of the screen because sometimes when you're watching on the TV, the chat will cover up this side of the screen. And so since I honestly should just like shove it way over there. Like that'd be using the old thinker, huh? Since I am avoiding that part of the screen anyway. There we go. Now stay in there. And I can see more of the screen. There's some confetti up in there. Yeah, well, like I say, even if it shatters, like into tons of little pieces, I'm pretty sure I could probably use some, at least some of the littler pieces to make some nice jewelry out of. I'm sure there's enough meat on this bone to get some nice jewelry out of it. Hey there, Rick Rock. Are you and Walker watching the Artemis launch? You guys should be. I hope you are. Tell Walker I'm really excited to see him launching people up to the moon again. They're not going to land on the moon, they're just going to go around it, come back. But that's step one. If they can do that, then we can do this again. We can put people on the moon again. Look at all the confetti down in this little spot here versus all the confetti out way out here. Look at it all. Yeah, Rick Rock was lucky enough to get his hands on one of the last confetti sunstone pieces that I worked and made. it turned out really pretty. So, like, I just really hope. Look at all the confetti in that piece. Look at it all. Oh, is he? Well, that's okay. They aren't gonna launch yet for another 2.5 hours. They're still just doing, all the procedures to get everybody seated and radio checks and desk checks and computer checks and fuel checks and weather checks and all of that right now. But yeah, if you guys are sitting around, let's see, 2 o'clock, might be about dinner time for some of you. Be a great way to as a family and just watch them make history, so you can say I watched it. The whole nation watched the last time they did it. It's no surprise the whole nation's watching again this time. All right, so Bear's egging me on. He's like, just cut it. He's not wrong. He's usually not wrong. I gotta kind of agree. Like, let's just do it already. I really am excited to pull some pretty jewelry out of this. I really hope I can. Like I say, I'm fairly confident. Even like there's been a couple little like smaller pieces break off of a couple of these bigger pieces, and even the little pieces have got good confetti in them. It's just a matter of orientating it to your eyeball so that you see that. You do gotta, and you gotta let the stone kind of tell you what it wants, right? Right, right. Even if I cut it the wrong way, I can't make jewelry out of these big chunks. So even if it's not the right step, at least it's a step in trying. So it's just so pretty. I don't want to duff it up. So, um, just one slice on one piece and see how it goes. Yeah, I think. So somebody said, and I have I'm gonna balance that up there so that you can see that. So somebody said, do this to it. F off, fly. It's far too early in the season for you and your shenanigans. Okay, I've tried this with the water before, and I felt discouraged. I was like, that was tricky, and I didn't love it. So let's try this. Somebody said to get the old Danish cookie tin or whatever, fill it with sand or kitty litter. Well, kitty litter is what I have handy. Look straight down on your specimen. Line up the schiller. Let's see. Where's it at? Where's it at, folks? Line up the schiller. And then take your marker And hold it on the edge of your tin. And then turn the tin to make the mark on the stone. My paint marker sucks ass for this. No idea if I'm keeping it straight or flat or not. So, but technically, that should be my Schiller line, right? So now let me pick it up and tilt it towards my eye. Shit, no, I missed it. I don't know about that trick either. I mean, I get it, how it might work and why like you almost have to like I don't know. How do you hold your marker straight? Not tip your marker. You know what I mean? As it's on the edge and you're turning. Hmm. Hmm. Ah, stop. Like, you just made me so hungry, Opal guy. If you use the lid, your palm on the table to. Okay, yeah, like, okay, okay. You're right. You're right. I see what you're saying. Um, that's darn close to the same height. What if we. Oh, so close. Too tall. Let's see. Damn it. All right, that's not terrible. So now you say like rest the pen and then turn the tin. Oop, that's not actually because I'm not okay. Okay, Schiller up. my belly. Don't wiggle my rock pen. In theory, this is supposed to work. In practice, I don't like it. Maybe that's not terrible. God damn it. I'm like, look, there's better, maybe better shoulder that I don't know. I don't know. Mm, I don't know. Okay. Oh, yeah, I don't have a cat. I don't use litter for the cat. I have litter for saw oil cleanup. uh, I suppose it was worth a try. I mean, both of those lines are super similar. Honestly, I don't hate that second line as much as I thought I did. The second one's not bad. The one where we balance the pen. It's not bad, honestly. I might try that. Oh, and yes, honestly, I wouldn't hesitate to it makes a good weight, and if you need a little extra weight in the rear end of your rig, plus if you get a little stuck in the slippery ice, you can just dump a little out and get a little gription. There's uses for kitty litter, even if you don't have a kitty. Damn it, the camera. Sorry. So we're trying some things over here. You know, we're cutting dino bones, which are pretty directional. In fact, we cut a whole crap load of stuff. Also, not just like what are we cutting and what has been through the tumbler. It's a good place for that. We'll just leave that right in there for now. But what's been through the tumbler or been through the cutter? She's got slabs for days. So many slabs, they say. I got dino bones. I got something called lavic something and obsidian. um, I like kitties. I like petting kitties, and I like when kitties purr, and I like kitties, but I don't. I don't want one. I don't want one. I want a cat box. Yeah, guess who had to buy the lavic Jasper? Oh, I'm getting excited now. 2 hours, approaching 2 hours now for launch. That's nuts. Things are gonna get so exciting. So put a bunch of that. What is that? And he's labeled these. Oh, Jerry. Oh, oh, Jerry, did you know you were sending such pretty stuff, by the way? Jerry, did you know? By the way, Jerry? I don't think Jerry's here to defend himself right now. Did you know? Did you know? Oh, we had discussions about this. We're like, yeah, he knows. Of course he knows. He just didn't want the bleeding and the band-aids and the, you know, mess it makes in his shop is all right. Oh my God, come on, Artemis. Oh, and this stuff, you guys, seriously, thank you, Jerry. Really, 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 thank you. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay, so no Jazz Jerry. And then this is probably the least exciting dino bone that we cut in the last couple of days. I mean, it's beautiful under the microscope, but it's just so tightly packed. This part is real cool under the microscope. Gotta go stuffing things in. Yeah, I totally understand. Just be sure to tune into the launch later if you get a chance. Like I say, make good dinner entertainment tonight for a lot of you. Again, this part really beautiful, little bits and pieces in there, but the rest of it, it's just so tightly packed that there's not a lot to see except under a microscope. Oops. Oh, stupid pretty though. Look at the red. The light shines through up there. I didn't bring my flashlight, but this backlight's all the orange and red in there. This piece of dino bone. Again, it's pretty tightly packed, but it's pretty. It's pretty. Smaller, tightly packed cell structure, great pieces for jewelry. Yep. Look at that. Look, that's like a little metal. Little pyrite. That is not a saw remnant. That's actually in there. That's cool. Yeah, fun stuff, huh, guys? It reminds me like of a fingerprint or something. And then you know, give it a little juice and that's some nice bone there. Anyway, I only grabbed like half of these too. There's still like, a couple more pieces of all of this sitting over there. More obsidian, more dino bone, more lavic. Oh, come on, look at all the colors in there. Blues, peaches, reds. Yeah, like a fingerprint on that one. And then here's the lavic jasper that lava picked up. Wow. Hmm. This stuff's cool. I like it. Black Drews down the middle. How cool. And then something that I didn't actually he said Lava said I said in Tucson that I didn't like this. And that he went ahead and got some anyway. And I'm glad he did. Because it's darn pretty. Isn't that pretty? That spider web obsidian. I guess I saw some of that in Tucson and was like, "Meh." I actually really like it. I like that like pastel, like green, blue green, robin egg blue green up against that jet black. Oh, come on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, spider webbable guy. I didn't know. And I don't know that either, Bear. Maybe Lava can answer that for you, but I don't know. Claim. Well, for real, if you want one, let me know. Um, yeah. of course, I can't, there's no point in me keeping all of these, you know. I only need a couple pieces of each, plenty for a prairie girl. So, obviously, obviously if you're interested, I'd be willing to part with some. Do you need to get some? Well, I have a box already kind of get in the build for you over here, Bear. I'll slip a piece in your box, buddy. Will do, will do. Oh, and then never mind. It's not there anymore. I was gonna say, did you guys see Lava's thing that he made? But he took it. That's okay. Go watch Lava's short. Where's my mods? Put a link in the chat for Lava's short on his um wood painting thing he made. That thing is so damn cool. Oops, I got who Ryan, I splattered some water on the outside of your envelope. Sorry. Sorry, buddy. Try to keep your packaging clean. Yeah, it's so much fun stuff cut, and then like more coming. Always more coming. Like I got still so much stuff that I got in Tucson. This was all from the Utah dump diggers, these two pieces of bone. But the red one that I cut, this came from that big bin of stuff that we dug in Tucson. And there really wasn't any dino bone in there. There was like some fossils and stuff, and then Lava found a little piece of dino bone in there. And I was like, step aside, if there's bone in there, like let me at it. And I dug, elbows deep, and I found a piece and was like, Mwah! Success, I found one. So, like I say, I've still got tons of stuff from Tucson. The church that we picked up in the parking lot. I barely made a dent in that bucket, you guys. Oof. I barely made a dent in the bucket. Some of them are pretty big, and like that one's kind of cool. But there's tons of like still like really tumbleable size stuff in here. Some of it I may not tumble. I may keep like just as is. But there's like, oh my gosh, seriously, there's still some really, really pretty pieces. Yes, he does have some serious, serious skills, man. He definitely stretching the boxes of what my mind thinks is possible. Yeah, so I still have just so much stuff to cut and play with from Tucson. You guys got to see my note that fell off about my fireballs down in Texas. There's a lighter on the floor. That's good. There's all kinds of shit down there. I still have. Sorry, God, that's noisy. Oh my gosh, we can't even hear any of the Artemis news or anything over the top of all that noise. This is all. Is the spider web translucent? No, it's not. I did try it. This is all meteorites to cut and polish and play with. So God only knows what kind of surprises are awaiting us in this stuff. Oh, and I sent my end off. Look at that meteorite right there. Has got so much metal in it. That thing's gonna be stupid, crazy fun. Look at all the metal in that one. Yeah, the spiderweb obsidian is not translucent. I did try it with a very bright flashlight. No, none translucency. So, er, er, er. So yeah, we've still got so much stuff to play in and stuff to work and cut and um, yeah. Where can we see that? Yeah, no, I tried. I tried absolutely zero translucency on that one. Like I say, tons of translucency. You can even see it in the edge on the, um, the rainbow, which, not a big surprise. I didn't get any translucency in the dino bones that I just showed you either. There was a little bit, like I say, on this edge right here, where the cells open up on this and get real big, the light did come through some of those. And I did cut one, but I'm trying some opticon on it that like the whole thing lit up, but they're just like little coins. They're just little chunks that I cut off of. So yeah, like what else do I know that I've got going on? Tons of stuff. I did a little bit of wire wrapping